And we get fucked up on what we think about our people that we put on a pedestal, like Dr. Martin Luther King. Great man. He was beautiful. He was about freedom and peace and equality. But let's have the real conversation. Did he fuck another bitch on the march? Why, of course. Why, of course? Are we foolish enough to think Dr. King didn't get some extra pussy trying to get to goddamn peace? So what I suggest to my sisters that's got a brother that's a baller, shot caller, making that paper, know how to love him. Know how to love him. Know how not to be so fucking insecure that you're gonna ask this multi-millionaire, where you been after the game? Do you want the real answer? Or do you want some bullshit? Well, after the game, mama, what comes along with what I do is bitches and pussy. So after the game, me and these niggas went and got some bitches and some pussy. Now I paid the mortgage, bitch, all year long. You mad cause I went and got some pussy from a bitch at the game? That's part of the shit. We get fucked up over bullshit.
Welcome to my life. Hi, I'm Dexter, born and raised on the south side of Chicago. I'm separated, a relationship expert, and work as a marriage counselor. I guess you're wondering how I can be separated and an expert on relationships. I understand those questions because I ask the same thing myself when I see record executives that can't sing or rap or coaches that are not nearly as good as their players. I think it's as simple as a gift to tap into human emotions and behaviors.
See, Jaquan doesn't want to act right. He wants to be married and single.
Girl, stop tripping. You see what I got to deal with? I take good care of my lady, and she's still tripping.
Okay, well, you're an NBA player.
Yeah.
Wow, you make good money.
So that little considerate guy you talking about would never be.
Okay, don't talk to me like I'm some high-priced whore, okay? Because I make my own money.
I honestly think my husband is taking his family for granted, and I think he's seeing another woman.
I don't think that's fair. You know, I work hard to put food on the table, to take care of you, take care of the kids. I love you guys. I love my family. But, you know, and I don't, with all the work I'm doing, appreciate you making this vicious charge at me about an affair. I feel like right now I'm having an unfair.
He don't work, clean, do nothing but sit on his ass all day playing video games. And he had the nerve to have some bitches at my house while I'm working.
Look,
I'm tired of it.
Look, it ain't like that. The homies brought those girls over.
Bullshit, Julio. This isn't the first time he done screwed up.
So what I'm going to do is ask a question. Why are we here? So I'm going to start with the guys, and then we'll move to the ladies. So fellas, why are we here?
Well, I'm not really sure why we're here. Everything this woman wants, she gets. And from my basketball schedule to the fans and all of the distractions, I mean, the last thing that I need is to come home to some drama.
My wife said we need to be here, so we did.
I'm here because my wife is not satisfied with my performance as a husband. And I'm here because my wife doesn't seem to understand the pressures that my job has on me. So basically, I think I'm here because of lack of understanding.
You know, arguing and fighting a lot. And she said we needed to speak to somebody, so you know, try to get some help.
Okay. All right, well, ladies, let's start with you.
Okay, where do I start? Oh, I know. How about the countless number of groupies Jaquan thinks it's okay to sleep with? And I know he says the NBA and all, but when you're married, things have to change. You know? So, I mean, if Mr. Fatty doesn't want to step up, then we'll probably stepping out.
I'm here because my husband's changed. He wants you guys to think that it's really his job that's coming between our marriage, and he says it's not another woman.
We're here because my man doesn't understand responsibility. I'm the breadwinner in the house. I cook, clean, you name it. I do it all. And all he does is sits around and plays video games, and I'm tired of it.
Well, we're here because my husband and I, we don't do anything anymore.
It's like, I don't know, if he's just gotten complacent with the relationship and just...
Hey man, don't let age confuse you out of practice, alright? Plus, I don't know the last time I got involved in my busy schedule. I ain't got time for the things I love, you know? Tell me about it. By the way, how things going down at the counseling center? Saving any marriages this week?
Yeah, let's give it up for Captain Saving Marriage.
You know, since mine didn't work out, that's the least I can do. We tell people to try to keep their marriage together or try to correct the mistakes that you made. Man, I just make recommendations and analyze people, man, you know.
What do you tell them to, like, what do you recommend?
I just tell people, I just tell them what's right.
You know, half of what you're telling people some bullshit, man. And the other half they don't believe you because you're a marriage counselor.
Oh, okay, so y'all got jokes. See, you ain't gonna be laughing in here in my office with Laura leaving your ass.
That ain't never. I'm not gonna know what time.
What's that supposed to mean?
So your wife knows you sleep with other girls? It's all intuition for nothing, Chuck. Of course my woman knows I got a bitch on the side somewhere. I just take care of home so well, she don't concern herself with what a man's going anyway. Look, y'all just don't see how well I take care of home. I got points saved up. Look, man, I cook, I clean, wash the dishes, run the bath water, send her sexy text messages, man, rub her feet, scratch her scalp. Man, I do it all, man. I make her tongue so hard. Just start speaking Portuguese, nigga. You do that, nigga? Huh?
No, I can't say I lick toes, and I can't say my woman speaks Portuguese.
You know, Damien may have a point. It's hard to be real. Or shall I say it's uncomfortable to be real. But once you can accept it, I think it's much easier to deal with. Women want certain things out of relationships, and men want certain things out of relationships. The best way to go at this is to meet halfway. Damien was right. Men will be men. My dad had women, my granddaddy had women, my great-granddaddy had women, and his daddy's daddy had women. Time and time again, kids are separated, houses are lost, half your money is gone, and families are hurt. Over 90% of what men do.
What I have here, of course, Boston. I really think these will help. I want you guys to go home, try this program out, and let's come back in 2 months. See how it goes. Alright? Good. See you guys in 2 months.
As far as the participators of Boss Points, the Thompsons benefited from it. They learned to appreciate each other again. They're so into each other that they don't even have time for their son, which is a big difference from him being the centerpiece. Julio, believe it or not, really took what I said seriously. He stopped selling drugs and got a job making $10.50 an hour. He received a call from the guy who said he would get in touch with him. Sometimes things work out like that. He's gonna need that job too because Miranda's having twins. Julio now has Boss Points but doesn't want to use them for anything but his family. Part of that comes from Miranda having his back when he was down. And he really don't have many chances to take risks. But for the most part, he got the message. Jim lost everything pretty much. His life will be as stressful as a college kid making minimum wage. The problem with Jim was his pride. He wanted to present himself as perfect, as opposed to what the program was designed for. The bad thing about it, he had a woman that loved him enough to go through it with him. He decided to gamble anyway and lost. Honesty is strong and can get you far in a relationship. The McFaddens needed the Boss Points program the most, in my opinion. And it worked. Shaquan is making Cynthia feel like the princess she is. And she's not tripping on his away games or checking his phone anymore. She understands what comes with an NBA star.